Hi there. So this is another one of these one-hit wonders video blogs. I used to do a bunch of these back, I don't know, a couple years ago probably now. And I'm going to see if I can do them from my normal phone mount. Just see how they turn out. Basically, this is me driving home. It's the first really bad weather we've had this winter in Pittsburgh. It started out with a lot of snow and slush. In fact, you can probably still see some on the roof there. Don't worry, it's not that thick or anything. It's nothing I needed to clear off, but I do expect that it'll kind of slide. It's just kind of this greasy smudge of sleet that's stuck there. So what I'll do with these is there's sort of, it's not going to be a lot to look at because it's just me driving and I'm really trying to focus on the road. But if I, don't have my Waze running, it keeps me a little bit more responsible, and it's just not a lot of traffic the time of day that I commute and on the road that I go. So I kind of multitask and give you my thoughts on a few things and some updates as we go. So first of all, the main thing I'll point out in full disclosure is that somewhere during the holiday season, the YouTube channel did get monetized again. It was monetized years and years ago and then wasn't monetized for years and years, and now it appears to be back kind of organically. I didn't do anything to promote it really, other than asking you people to watch a few videos now and then and put up a few videos that people wanted to see, which I guess is really the best way to do it. But I don't want you to be concerned that it's going to become like a, hawking websites, products, or anything like that. I think that it's averaging somewhere around 40 to 50 cents a day. So I'm not going to retire off of this. It doesn't change any of my content or any of my motivations for doing it. It's just something that I kind of do on the side. And, I've been a car guy for many years and a Tesla owner for nearly a decade now. And I feel like I have a voice that's maybe worth listening to in some circles anyway. I don't know. You be the judge. So I'm accused of rambling a lot, so we're going to cut right through that and say, I don't think it'll change anything. I certainly appreciate the views. I certainly appreciate the shares and the likes and the whatever else you do to make YouTube happy. But, I'll be doing these just as I have something to say. So as for what I have to say today, I have a list that I'm kind of following. I have a Model S. It's 2014. People are asking a lot in the last quarter, am I going to upgrade? Because Tesla did the full free unlimited supercharging transfer. And the answer is no, I did not upgrade. I don't have any plans to upgrade. Yes, I know that a 10-year-old 85 pack is somewhat questionable, as is the drive unit, because it's of the original design that has the coolant that goes through the inverter and tends to take everything out. Yes, I know all of that. I have a point I want to make about that later, assuming that I can get through the rest of my list before I end up at my destination. So moving on, let's just say that when I do the math, you have to come up with the price of a new Model S right away, and there's no baked-in savings other than the free supercharging, which really doesn't cost that much. And then of course you also have your old car. So even if I were to sell this car at top dollar without the supercharging on it, because of course that was the whole point, was to strip the supercharging off it and put it on a new Model S, X, or Y, this car maybe would be worth, if I was really hard on the price, maybe $25,000. Hey, that's great, except that now I'm transferring free supercharging to a car that is at least, maybe $60,000 for a decently equipped Model Y? All right, well, there's a price gap there, which, I'm not so great at math necessarily, but I can tell what the difference in price is between those two. And it's an awful lot more than what I ever would spend on free supercharging. And most notably, it's a lot more than I expect I would have to pay for a new battery and a drive unit, even if I needed both of those things. So when I do the cost analysis, it gains you a warranty, yes, but not for very long. It just, because the newer cars don't have the same warranty as this car had. And of course you're now married to the whole thing of like, anything happens to that car, you lose the free supercharging. Which, granted, if anything happens to this car, I also lose the free supercharging. I understand that. But all I have to say that no, I'm not upgrading. I don't have any plans to upgrade. I will note that a number of friends I have upgraded, and they are all taking delivery. I think think there's 4 off the top of my head that were in my original Tesla Pittsburgh group that we did our winter tire swaps together. And 4 of those folks have upgraded to new Model S's this quarter. 3 of them are 3 of them. 3 of the 4 are sending their cars to other family members or selling, and the 4th one had a car that completely died. He lost a pack, and so I think Tesla gave him a pretty hard ding on the broken pack, but he figured he'd go ahead and roll it into a new car, which, I don't know, I'd be kind of peeved about the double hit there on value, but that's just me. So that's where it is, and that's why I'm not doing it. One of the interesting things, though, is that, of course, the prices on the S and the X dropped just prior to this free supercharging transfer offer being made. And then, of course, a lot of people, the sales went up because a lot of the original owners took that opportunity to transfer their free supercharging. But then, interestingly, I've noticed there's a lot of rumors circulating now that there is an efficiency package coming out, and you have to wonder what that means. Was Tesla pulling this lever, as Elon likes to say, simply to flush out more of those original owners and get them into new cars as a means of clearing old inventory? And now they're going to bring on a whole lot of upgrades to the Model S and the Model X that I don't know. There's a fear of missing out. That's always the thing with Tesla, but there may be some wisdom in that. Yeah, you got free supercharging, but maybe you're not getting the latest and greatest within a month. We'll see as the 2024 deliveries start if there are any actual changes there. There's rumors that there could be new battery chemistry and sizes into the packs. The cabin lights may be finally implemented. The S and X, apparently the dash was originally designed to have a passenger display of some kind. Perhaps that will come online, which would seem a little odd given that Tesla is taking displays out of newer cars, that they would have a 3rd one in the S and the X, so I don't know that I believe that. But the ambient lighting is valid. Front camera might be a thing. We know the Cybertruck has a front camera, so maybe they're adding that. Who's to say? So that brings me back to the worst case scenario cost with an old car. Of course, why would I keep an old car and not go for that offer? Well, so the current pack prices that I've seen are somewhere around $20,000 to $21,000 for a new build pack. Most of those are 90 kilowatts, which I basically think they're a 100 kilowatt pack that they're just leaving a module out of. There's certainly a lot of remanufactured packs that are still showing up at service centers as needed, and those are considerably less. I think they're around $14,000 or $15,000 and have the same warranty, but the refurb packs seem to be a little bit sketchier on how reliable they are, or how long they would last. So I think that probably if you are in that situation, if you can cajole your service center into ordering you a new build pack, that is what you want to do. That is certainly what I would be looking to do. There's third-party companies that they're still not in abundance, although you really wish they would be, but they're not. And they have resell is a big one, and they have packs that are in the 12,000 range or less for a smaller pack. But the problem there is you're now married to that company forever for the warranty work, which may also require shipping your car to them multiple times for that warranty work. The warranties aren't as good as Tesla. The service center in my case is like a mile from my house. I can walk there, so that is an ongoing factor. The other big price that comes up for these cars, the rear-wheel drive cars with the large rear drive unit, is that they get ingress from the coolant system. Those are like maybe a $7,000 repair if you're able to limit it to that. There is a new version of the drive unit that is being deployed both as a new build and as a refurbishment, and it is the part number has a U at the end. That's the one you want. It is the seal manifold delete. It does not have the seal on it that tends to leak, and it hopefully is the last drive unit you ever have to buy if you're unfortunate enough to have to buy that one. But we put these things together. We're looking at a lot of repairs price-wise for a used car, especially a car that's going to be 10 years old. But still, worst case scenario, it's somewhere in that $25,000 to $30,000 range, which, while a lot, is still less than a newer car. I know you have old suspension things and a lot of other things that are old, but I really like this car, so that's kind of where my mind is right now. Even 10 years in, I would put that money into saving this car, keeping it on the road. And yeah, so, and I don't like the idea of being married to a third-party company that's not in my local area. So anyway, those are the updates that I've seen on the S and the X, and why I didn't take advantage of the, the big free supercharging offer. And I'll have to tell you about my other friend at another time, but basically he got the worst case scenario of drive unit and pack, and he ended up junking the car to somebody. I wouldn't do that. That's just me. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope that you found it somewhat entertaining. It's kind of a podcast format, not really a traditional video, but we'll see. As things come up, I may do more of these since they're real easy for me to fit into my daily schedule. Bye.